How many versions of Minecraft do you think exist today? To answer that question, we have to define what a unique version of Minecraft actually is. We could start simple and say that any given major release of the game, such as Alpha 1.1 or Release 1.3 counts, or we could say that every single iteration of every single release counts, such as Release 1.8 having 10 individual versions. Well, as of me writing this video, I put the answer somewhere between 660 and 681 total releases. But why is that number so big? Well, first off, not only am I taking into account every single major release of the game, but I'm also factoring in every single pre-release version as well, dating all the way back to the pre-classic days. That includes modern snapshots. But why isn't the exact number known? Well, there are 21 versions of Minecraft that are rumored to have existed, but don't actually have definitive proof of existing. On top of that, there are 77 versions of Minecraft that are confirmed to have existed at one point or another, but nobody has the files for them anymore, or at least we don't think so. With Minecraft being as popular as it is, how could this have happened? How did various versions of the game go missing? Well, let's go ahead and let's check that out. On this YouTube channel, I've made a few videos about older versions of Minecraft, such as oddball versions of Minecraft Classic, InDev, and InfDev. And one of the most common questions that I get is, how do I obtain these old versions of the game? Well, honestly, up until recently, the answer was always people just sent me old versions that they had and things of that nature. But now, everyone has access to every single version of the game that currently exists. For versions prior to release 1.0, links will be in the description down below where you can download all versions starting from the pre-classic era through the end of the beta era from archive.org. If you want versions after release 1.0, you can either check the Minecraft launcher for release versions or the Minecraft wiki for individual snapshot versions. Now that's awesome and everything, but what about the missing versions? What versions of the game are missing, and how do I know those are the only missing ones? Well, I'll answer that now. The group that got in contact with me is called the Omni Archive, and they're the ones responsible for rounding up all of these different versions of Minecraft and making sure that they don't disappear for good. And the way in which they're doing this is by organizing and cataloging these versions into a giant spreadsheet. While they've asked me to not make the URL of the spreadsheet public since they do actively use it, they didn't mind if I made a copy of it to show off to you guys, but keep in mind it'll only be as accurate as today's current date. To make a long story short, the versions of Minecraft that are scrolling by that are listed in red are versions of the game that are confirmed to have existed through screenshots, blog posts, and things of that nature, but are actively missing from the archive. If you're a super old school player who was around during the alpha and pre-alpha era of the game and have the same computer you had back then, well, consider checking around your old Minecraft files to see if you have one of these missing versions. So why is having access to these missing versions important at all? Well, think about it this way. During Minecraft's infancy, each update had the potential to completely turn the game on its head. If archives like this didn't exist, I wouldn't have known that there was a version of Minecraft InfDev that used InDev's world generation along with having an obsidian plane along the X and Z axis, which made the whole thing look rather funky. Or that there was a version of Beta 1.6 that generated chests containing every single item. Being able to look back on how Minecraft has changed over time is pretty cool, and considering that most of the missing versions are classic era versions of the game, it would be interesting to see what those missing versions contained. Only time will tell if any of them will ever be found. So before I get going, here's a quick word from MC Pro Hosting about some of the offers that they have going on for Halloween.
A dash of blood and a lot of memory. Aha! It's done!
What are you making?
It's The terrifyingly new witch plan from MC Pro Hosting. Ooh. 70 players are just screaming to play on your new Minecraft server. They're screaming for other reasons too. Ooh. With the hauntingly chunky 4 gigabytes of RAM, nothing will stand in the way of your spine-tingling adventures. Ooh. You can get all of this for the wicked price of only $19.99. The value is enough to scare the skin off your bones. Sorry, Billy. The Witch Plan from MC Pro Hosting. Get it now at mcprohosting.com.
If you guys want to try out the available old versions for yourselves, again, the links will be in the description down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like on it, because it would really help out myself, the channel, and the video quite a lot. So I hope you all enjoyed. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.